Hello, everybody. Welcome to Town Hall number 2. I'm nervous again. I don't know why I'm feeling nervous, but I am. I'm feeling very nervous. Maybe it was the fact that I just 2 seconds ago cooked dinner for my daughter and had to run it up to her and was a bit disorganized today, but it's all good. We are here. It is show 2. I have my guest backstage. I can see her beautiful face. Hello, Lisa. I will be bringing her on soon. So if you this is your first time ever tuning in and first time ever seeing me, my name is Remi. My business is Remiodigital, and I help small business owners to connect with and build relationships online with their customers so that they can build lasting relationships that convert into sales for their growing business. So I want to thank you all for joining. If you are watching on YouTube, please give me a little like and a little subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. And if you're watching on Facebook, do share some love, do some likes and some love hearts. That'd be greatly appreciated. This show normally lasts around 30 minutes, sometimes longer, sometimes less. We go with the flow here. This show is a bit like a bag of pick and mix sweets. Everyone's different, but they're always super delicious. So if you are watching live again, I'm just going to put a little banner up for you guys. Please do drop a hashtag live in the comments so that I know you're here, and if you're watching on replay, also drop me a little hashtag replay. The more you share the love, the more the algorithm shares this video to people who need to see this. Now, you guys can find me here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. live with a guest. I think for the next 5 or 6 weeks, we have guests booked in to come and join us. All fabulous women business owners who are going to come and share their stories about how they got into business and how they got started on their journey. You can also, I'm going to find a little thing for you. You guys can also find me here every week. So every week I am inside of my free Facebook community. It is called the Get Leads with Connection Building Facebook Strategies group. You are of course invited to come and join us inside the group. There is lots of engagement, and every month there's a different themed business group topic. There's a free weekly mini training with me and a community of supportive business owners who are all learning and growing their businesses online. So you are invited to come and join us. That would be really nice if you did that. All right, so what is this show all about? Well, this show is for you, my friends, and it's for you if you are a mum, if you're an online coach, if you're a course creator, if you have an online business. Each week I do a little bit of a tech talk about the things that I'm interested in. If you didn't already know, I'm a massive tech geek. I love tech stuff. I love tech software. I love the new platforms that are coming out. Like, it's my jam. It's the thing that I spend most of my time on, which is just playing with tech and enjoying tech, right? So every week I give you a little bit of a tech talk because I'm basically a massive geek. And you guys are you're welcome to join in the chat. You can ask questions. You can disagree with me if you like. You can agree with me if you like. Whatever you are, it's your platform. Now, this is a town hall show, so I'm just going to give the warning now. There is a villager. We have a live villager in the house who might interrupt. And we also have a live villager right here in the backstage area waiting to come on. Anything can happen, okay? The villager has been briefed, but anything might happen. We might have an invasion. So I'm just putting it out there. But this show is for you if you're a mum, online course creator, because a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about is probably going to be related to you. So come on in and enjoy the show. And there is some house admin before we start the show. Above this video, there should be a StreamYard link. Please do click on that and give permission so that I can see your name. Otherwise, you just show up as, Facebook user, and I'd love to know who is actually watching this show. And if you have a business bestie or an accountability buddy or a friend who is in business, I would love you to go and tag them in this thread right now and invite them to come and join the party. We all have that one friend, don't we? That one friend who's a business owner or an online business owner. Come and invite them to come and watch this each week with you. And also, I wouldn't be mad at you right now if you just want to go ahead and share this on your page and let the world know that this is happening. No one over here will be mad at you, so feel free to go ahead and do that. Are you guys ready for some fun chat tonight? If you're ready for some fun chat, go ahead and drop me a 1 in the comments. That would be lovely. We got a really super show for you tonight. it's somebody that I know, somebody that I work with, somebody who's actually helped me in my business quite a lot. So I'm really excited to bring her on in about 5 to 10 minutes after I've done my tech talk. So shall we jump on into the tech talk? Oh, we got Rebecca here. Hello, Rebecca. How are you, my darling? And Paula's here. Hi, Paula. Thank you for watching, ladies. Nice to see you. All right, let's do some tech talk. I've said also known as a rant because basically my tech talks are a bit of a rant. Last week I tried to go down the route of talking about organic reach on Facebook and how it's almost dead, and it pretty much turned into a rant. And I'm sure tonight will probably turn into a bit of a rant anyway. So we're going to do tech talk, and tonight I wanted to talk about Clubhouse, right? Let me know in the comments how many of you are already on Clubhouse. Give me a 2 in the comments. Let's do a little poll. Give me a 2 in the comments if you are already on Clubhouse, or if you are like me, an Android user who isn't on Clubhouse. If you're not on Clubhouse, give me 3. If you are on Clubhouse, give me a 2 in the comments and let me know. So my rant today is this: is Clubhouse the next Myspace?
There is a chance that the beautiful Remi has just had a tech failure in her tech rant, and that I have suddenly been catapulted into the show, into her space, which is a little bit like I'm just hoping she's going to come back any moment. I'm going to message her now. Those of you, I can't see her comments. I can't. I'm also looking. I'm looking on my. Let me know. Can you see me here? Those people who are watching live, can you see me? I can see Rebecca and Paula are watching live. Can you see me? Am I talking to you, or am I just talking to myself? I'm just going to drop Remi a message and make sure I can talk about Clubhouse, because I'm one of the. I went and bought an iPod just so I could go on Clubhouse. It's here. I did not have. I was very anti Apple until I had massive FOMO, like ridiculous FOMO. Right, I'm just going to quickly message her. Oh, there she is. I was just about to message you. I was like, I could talk about Clubhouse if you want.
I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness.
When my face popped up on the main screen, I was like, what do I do?
I'm so sorry, Lisa. Basically, I came downstairs, plugged into the router so that this wouldn't happen, but the whole router stopped. So it was like, So I'm now on the mobile phone.
Oh no, you seem to be frozen again.
Oh no, can you hear me?
I can, but you do keep freezing.
All right.
I don't know if.
Try it again. Am I back?
Verbally, yeah. There you are. No, gone again. You know, Remi, you were talking about how much you love tech, and this is why I hate it. You just can never bloody. The only thing it can rely on it for is failing. That's my. Maybe it's me. I've jinxed this.
I think it's you. What's really weird is I can see myself absolutely fine this end, but can you not see me?
Yeah, I can now. I can
okay.
now. Let's just, so you keep having these micro freezes, so just making you aware that it might happen again. You can put me backstage again if you want, because I'll tell you what we saw. I don't know if you know when it went for you, but it was this. You were like, is Clubhouse the next MySpace? And then I thought you were pausing for dramatic effect. And then the pause just continued for so long. And I thought, no. And then suddenly my came on the screen.
Oh Jesus! My life appears to be one dramatic effect in everything. But anyway, right, I will continue now that you can see me.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting to know, is Clubhouse the next MySpace? I'm still on the edge of my seat waiting.
That's what we call an epic cliffhanger. I'll be back next week with the answer.
The timing of it was immense. It was just.
I'm sorry to all you guys watching as well. I'm so sorry. Oh, what a nightmare. Thank you, Rebecca. I think I'm back now. I'm on the mobile and oh, what a shit show. There we go.
There's people, I'm just looking at the comments of Rebecca as well.
I'm so sorry. Right, we're on the mobile, we're on 4G, we should be good. Oh my God.
You can make me disappear if you want again, so you have the full show to.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do it on the mobile now. You might have to stay there.
I don't I just, if this is.
Yeah, we're just doing like this. Oh, hold on, here we go. There we go. Oh, no, it's you now. Hold on. We're just like this.
Let's just not touch it.
Well, I'm not touching anything. Oh my God. Right. Hold on. One more thing. Which one have we got on? Drop a live. Cool. Okay. All right. So we'll try again. No more cliffhangers. Is Clubhouse the next MySpace? I'm such an idiot. All right. Okay. So this is my take on it. Right. Okay. Firstly, I'm not on Clubhouse. Right. So I have no experience of Clubhouse. Other than through other people, right? But here's my thoughts and my feelings around Clubhouse. I think the idea and the concept of Clubhouse is bloody brilliant, right? An audio platform intertwined with social media, absolutely epic, genius, all those things, right? Was a bit peeved as an Android user not to be able to get into it, but I kind of understood their whole marketing strategy. I remember when Gmail did this thing, when they launched, they did the same thing of giving out a few accounts and giving everybody like one invite to create this kind of FOMO and this fear of missing out. So that was all really exciting how it was done. And it's a really good marketing strategy of, you can invite one friend or you can invite 5 friends and like really make it super exclusive. So they launched epically, here for that. I think that's genius. The problem with Clubhouse is that it's not even a problem because it's not a problem yet, but it's imminently going to be a problem. The problem with Clubhouse is that they are first to market with this idea of being an audio social media thing jammed together, which is brilliant and it's clever and it's awesome, a bit like MySpace was and Bebo was when they launched. But the problem is that when you launch something like this that has so much attention and so much people using the platform, and it's a really good thing, is that all the sharks and all the big whales that are circling around, and by sharks and whales, I'm referring to the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagram, they all see in the same way they have with, let's say, stories, right? Stories was a part of the Snapchat thing, and then it started getting rolled out everywhere. Now stories is part of Instagram, it's part of Facebook, it's part of LinkedIn, it's part of YouTube. It's a feature that has kind of been taken from elsewhere. And what I see happening is, what's going to happen is that all these other players in the social media marketing world and in the social media world are going to bring out their own versions of audio social media platforms. Now, it's already happening with Twitter, right? So Twitter have their own version of Clubhouse. It's called Twitter Spaces. And I love the name Twitter Spaces, by the way. And Twitter Spaces is essentially Clubhouse, but it's going to be inside of Twitter. It's already launched, it's in beta, it's getting fantastic feedback and reviews about it. And it's the same concept, but it's already got more features than Clubhouse already has. Just realized I've got my headphones on and they're not even plugged into the mobile, so I just look like a bit of a knob. So let's take those off. So Twitter has got spaces, right? And I love the name spaces. It's like holding space for conversations to happen. So that already for me feels really nice versus having to go into a room or be invited into a room. I like the idea that Twitter have created something called spaces, right? And it's, again, it's audio and it's also social media intertwined. But the difference between Clubhouse and Twitter is established. They have hundreds of millions of active users. They have loyal fans who are more than likely going to adopt and start using that platform for their audio versus, say, someone like Clubhouse. And then as I was having these thoughts, it was like the universe or somehow Alexa got into my head. But I then got shown this video from Gary Vaynerchuk, who was literally speaking on the same thing that I'd already been thinking about. And Gary Vaynerchuk kind of came out with this prediction that he reckons that by the end of this year, Instagram will bring out their own version of Clubhouse. And for me, when you're first to market and you have a great idea, it's very easy to get lost once the big players start stepping into your arena. And we know Twitter's already there. Twitter's already bringing out their Twitter spaces. And there's a lot of hype around it already. And then, if Instagram or Facebook steps into this, or LinkedIn, I mean, it's just game changing. So my question is Clubhouse going to be the next MySpace? Is it going to be swallowed up by these bigger platforms that are coming out with their own versions of these of the same thing? The advantage Clubhouse has is that it was the first to market. It was out early doors, and it can have some steam from that and have some success. But I reckon as these new platforms come out, they're going to be bringing out other things that make their version of Clubhouse way more interesting. So I know Twitter Spaces, for example, already has reactions in it, which Clubhouse doesn't have. So when somebody's speaking inside of one of their spaces, then people can react to that. They can, and with all of these platforms, we know they're all going to evolve. They're all going to evolve into some way. How can we make money off of these users? Now, for Clubhouse, their strategy might have been to build this massive thing, get all these people on board, and maybe they never offer ads. Maybe they never monetize it physically. But what they might do is sell the data from all the users that are using the platform and make money that way. So it's just something to be mindful of, that, yes, I'm a bit gutted I'm not on Clubhouse because like everyone's there and it's all a buzz, but I don't have an iPhone. I'm not going to buy an iPhone. I'm not invested in Apple products, right? So I'm not going to get on until they change that to Android. But also, I'm kind of glad I haven't yet jumped in and like put all my eggs there, because I'm aware that there are these other audible or audio formats and platforms that are coming and might just stamp all over our little Clubhouse. What do you think, Lisa? Seeing as you're double screening with me, normally I don't actually ask the guests about this stuff, but as you're here.
Well, firstly, I said when you disappeared, that I was stupid enough to buy an iPhone to get on Clubhouse. I hated Apple. Like so I'm not invested in Apple, but I have such a high level of FOMO, I couldn't handle it. So I spent 200 quid on getting one. And do you know what? I've had some amazing conversations on there, and the thought of, I'm not a Twitter user. I've got an account, but it's shit. I don't. The thought of Clubhouse on Twitter makes me feel as if there's a fear that Twitter is a very can be a very volatile place, and there is I would imagine the type of people that potentially use Twitter, it could turn into they'd have to manage that community, because
and that's one of the things they have done, and that is that they're really strong on that, and this is why it's in beta. One of the things that I've been reading about on there is that they are that is like one of their core principles is stamping out bullying, trolling, all of that, and they're putting all of that in place to make it a very controlled environment for people to be in, which is another reason.
Because they don't seem to do that on a daily basis with their main platform. So it's
Well, they
hard
are
to
with
understand.
spaces. They are with
Really?
spaces. Like it's,
Okay.
yeah,
I
it's
would
part of the
refrain
agenda.
from judging. I will refrain from. I've had some amazing conversations. There's some rooms I highly recommend. If you just want to giggle, you search up Train Guy by Bob Mortimer on YouTube, and he
Oh, I
does
love
this
Bob
great
Mortimer.
impression of what a lot of the rooms are like, where you've got this, oh yeah, I'm so amazing, I kick the moon up the arm, I can do all, like really sort of this very masculine energy that's like, I
Yeah.
can make 7 figures in 7 minutes, and I'll show you how. Please give me 7 figures.
Yeah.
And there is that energy there, but I've just focused on staying in my own lane, following
Yes.
my friends and those people, just like we
Yeah.
have to with any
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've got a regular room that I run with Michaela Leyland about vision and mission. I've done a room about inclusive content with G and Anita. And what else have I done? I've got another one. I've got one coming up. Oh, I may as well plug one I'm going tomorrow. With Kimber Cooper. Is Our Challenge is Dead is the model of a 5-day challenge dead.
See, I'd be interested in that, but I can't bloody get on.
We'll repeat it when we get into Twitter or wherever it goes. And the conversations I've had have been absolutely amazing. And the conversations.
Oh yeah. Oh, listen, I'm not knocking what it does. I think it's bloody brilliant, and I love audio, and I'd love to be in there engaging. I think it's a genius idea. I just question how long Clubhouse itself will be around for.
Yeah,
and as I grew my first business entirely on Twitter, so I have a different respect and understanding of using Twitter. Like, I love Twitter as a platform, and I can see what they're doing with Spaces, and I think and the fact that they have such a huge, loyal, dedicated fan base that I see it's going to just skyrocket. And then I was really interested to hear what Gary Vaynerchuk said as well about Instagram. And if we think about Mark Zuckerberg, if he went and bought Clubhouse, or if he created his own version and implemented that,
I thought would happen.
Yeah,
that's what I would expect them to like. I thought the people who have bought that, have created that, because there's 2 guys, I think, from what I remember saying to me. If you get it to such a level that Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg says, I want that, then you're just all the way to the bank.
Yes,
that's
laughing.
amazing. But what I hadn't realized was that it's already happening. They haven't. It's not like it's their concept nobody else can take.
No, of course not.
And I hadn't really thought of it that way. So
but no, it's happening. And I tried to get in on the beta, but I was too late. But I will, once I know more about Twitter Spaces, I will of course come back on Tech Rant, and that
will make me like Twitter more.
Yeah, honestly, I know what you mean. I know what you're saying there about Twitter. Right, I'm just looking through my things that we're going to do next. So I was going to talk to you about my repurposing content workshop, guys, but I don't have it on the screen to share it with you. But just in case you're interested, let's get rid of this banner, shall we? Just in case you're interested. I'm running a content repurposing workshop. It's happening on March the 5th. The details are below this in the page. They're up in my banner. It's £27, and I'm going to teach you how to turn one piece of content into 15 pieces of content, which is great for business owners. It will save you time. It will save you stress from having to keep regurgitating content, and just shows you some different ways in which you can put your content out into the world. So that is happening March the 5th. There are it's forever access, so if you can't make that day and time, it is available for you to access whenever. Once you've bought it, it's yours, so it's not going to go away. And it's not just teaching you the different ways to do it, I'm also showing you step by step how to actually do it, because I'm a tech geek and I love showing people how to actually do things and achieve things. So you don't just get me going, oh, you should do this and you should post it here. You get me actually showing you step by step how to repurpose your content. So if you're interested, you can leave a comment, or you can click on one of the links beneath this page. There is an event, and I'd love to welcome you guys to come along. Right, so normally what would happen is Lisa wouldn't be there, and I would be able to do a really nice intro without her seeing me. So now I'm going to have to do it. Yeah, hide your face, woman. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to quickly do it while she's there. So I'm freestyling this intro because I haven't actually taken the time to download what Lisa sent me for an intro. Anyway, it's better when I just do it naturally, right? Because I know Lisa, so I'll just freestyle. I'll just freestyle. So up next is my guest Lisa Barry, who I know because she is one of my content mentors, and I'm inside of her group. And I met Lisa. I met Lisa inside of Julie Crefield's challenge. and Lisa did a post that I really connected to. You know, obviously I always talk about connection, and I left her a comment, and then she invited me into her group, and I came into her free group, and then I eventually went on her challenge, which is epic. By the way, her challenge is coming up, and she's going to tell you about it, and you need to get on it because it changed the game for me. And then I went on her challenge, and then I bought her off at the end, and now I'm in her mentorship group, and it's amazing. And I would say there are two groups on Facebook that I religiously use. It is Lisa Barry's mission-led content group, always in there every single day. And the other group is the Member Vault group, because that's where I host all my stuff, and the community is epic. And the reason I go into Lisa's group every day, and we touched on it a little bit last week with Letitia when she was on, is because the group is filled with people who are taking action. And I like to be around people who take action. And also, I like Lisa. Like, there are there are many challenges that I have been on where I have never bought anything. And I went on Lisa's challenge, and I felt like, A, she could help me, which she has. And B, I felt like, yeah, I kind of like her vibe. She, I'm feeling her. So I thought, I'm going to invest in myself and be in her world. So I did that. And that's how I got to meet Lisa. And I think she's fab. And I've got some questions for her, but I really want Lisa to come on and just do a little intro about who she is, what she does. And before we do that, Lisa, what time is your first client? Because I'm realizing the time already after all my
We're all good.
Fine. Okay, good. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Miss Lisa Barry. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. I'm coming on stage now. You haven't seen my face so far. Here I am.
Oh, such a random show. Oh, look, Mark's here.
The best ones always am. Always I can talk properly. Oh, Mark's there. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark. What did he say? Don't tell her. I'm sorry, I already spilled it. Sorry, Mark. And she can see the comments anyway. So, but Lisa, tell us about you. Tell us who you are and what you do.
So I'm Lisa Barry Online, really imaginative when I came up with that business name. I'm a content marketing coach, and I help purpose-driven business owners to write better copy that converts, so it makes them more money. But there's another layer to this. So this is about mission-led content. So what I talk about is the fact that as a business owner who actually wants to have an impact, it's not just about the money. Yes, we're not dismissing the importance of being well paid for what we do. I'm waving back at Mark there. But it's also about having the physical drive to keep us going. And as I used to be a copywriter for other people, and I was in like agencies, I worked with coaches, I saw lots of different strategies and lots of different ways to, I was part of bigger teams. So I was able to see the whole picture of certain things. But what struck me was the successful failure of those strategies wasn't actually down to the strategy themselves. These strategies all worked when the right person was able to implement them consistently. It's all down to consistency. If we show up and try and implement a strategy that doesn't feel good to us, that makes us feel uncomfortable, that we're not going to actually implement on a practical level day after day after day after day, it's not going to work. It doesn't matter how amazing it is. It doesn't matter how many other people it's succeeded with. We've got to show up. We're the ones in our business. We're the ones that have to take responsibility for our business. And so it's got to work for us. So what I don't teach is this is the step-by-step thing to get from here to here. There is aspects of my business where we're actually teaching the logistics of copy and understanding using language and how to structure certain things. But it's really as much about those sort of practical steps as it is about here and connecting to what is going to drive us. What do we actually want to do on a daily basis that we can achieve, that is realistic and still driving us forward? So that's it's that marriage between understanding your why on such a deep level, it keeps you going. And then the practical level of actually writing the content and putting it out.
I love that. I love that. And I think for me, the biggest thing, well, obviously the content stuff is really important, but the biggest thing for me, two of your favorite words that you use a lot is being courageously visible. That is something that really penetrated and sunk into me. Like, they're really powerful words, like courageously. And for me, I feel like it transformed my business about a year ago, in that I did start to be less scared and to show up more and start to have more confidence in my mission, which I went through with you and helped to define. So I had a purpose to show up, and B, I've forgotten what B is.
It's obviously really important. I say with being courageous, though, is that it is very personal. So when I first started my business, I didn't even tell people what I did, because I thought people would judge me. So for me, at that stage, being courageous was just literally, if I could tell somebody, and I was playing with the kids in the park and somebody said, "Oh, what do you do?" If I could actually articulate that was courageous.
Absolutely.
Later on, setting up my own social media platforms, that was courageous. And then going live, that was courageous. Launching my every step. So it's not about me saying, this is what courageous visibility looks like, and you have to tick these boxes to be courageously visible. It's about recognizing that it's a very personal journey, and you have to take that journey small steps at a time. And then you look back and you go, I can't, it's hard to comprehend how far you can travel when you just show up with that courageous attitude to the business and to your life. It's a commitment. It's saying,
it is. Yeah, it is. Absolutely, it is. My question to you is, did you choose mission-led, or did mission-led choose you?
Oh my God, what an awesome question.
You're welcome.
I don't think anyone's ever asked me that before. So I was not mission-led. What my mission was to get enough money to put food on the table. Quite frankly, that's where I was. I was at going down the back of the sofa to get money to put in the electric meter, sort of thing. We never went hungry. This is not a poverty story, but that's the level I was at. I just needed, to get to the next, to get to the end of the month. That was all I could ever look. So anyone offered me a job at that point, I would have taken it, and I did. And some of them made me feel awful. Like I didn't like some of the things I was writing for. I didn't like. To some people, it wasn't like I wasn't writing for, like, I don't know, the Ministry of Defence or anything like that. But some of them just didn't feel aligned to me. But I took the jobs anyway because I needed the money. But what I'm so grateful about for that experience is I realised what a difference it made when I was writing for stuff that felt good, that really drove me and excited me. And so you need to know what you don't want to know what you need to experience, what you don't like to know what you do want. And so as I was going through realizing that I needed to change, realizing I was ready to up level, but not really knowing how. It was a 3 o'clock. I keep my journals, and I've still got the journal where at 3 o'clock in the morning, I just mapped out what mission-led content was. Because
amazing.
And it was from a testimonial that I'd had from somebody who had been an absolute joy. And she'd said that I was supposed to write for her. Like, I wasn't employed to help her find a message. It was but I can't write for people until I know what they need to say. So I didn't work with them beforehand. And she said that session was so illuminating for her, and so really helped galvanize and now she's excited and she wants, she was on a mission. And it was just like, I remember that moment. I was stood in the kitchen, and I think it was that night, or it may have been a couple of nights later, that mission content was
magic.
Do
you know what's really interesting is I had a client who did almost the same thing, that we was just coming to the end of one of our sessions, and she said to me, she said, you're the coach I come to for connection building strategies. Like, you teach me how to connect to people. Like, and it was like that. It was the same thing. It was a moment of shit. That's what I'm always doing, but I didn't know how to label it. Like it's nuts how that is. Like sometimes you just need that one person to just kind of shine a light.
Because we are too in it ourselves, which is what they're doing for us what we do for them as well. Like it's a collaborative process.
Yes, 100%.
That is where the magic is.
Sorry, a bit of rum just went up my nose.
I'd love to say something exciting. I just got tea right now. I'd love some rum. One day
we'll carry on. We'll pretend that didn't happen. What's one thing you wish you had known when you began your coaching role?
Oh, so that's interesting because I'm always talking about the old role. My coaching role.
What's one thing you knew at the beginning? Say that again. Sorry, I spoke over you.
The energy that it takes. So when you are coaching, you are facilitating space for someone else. I absolutely adore my job. I adore light bulbs. My big thing is that I'm very action driven in this way that you like. I just like people to know the next step to take, and I like to, there's so much I get out of the sessions, and sometimes I walk away with nuggets because I'm working with experts in different fields, so I learn stuff. But actually I can absolutely like Mark, we'll all drink rum together someday.
One day we will. One day.
Yeah, one day it will happen. I have hope. It can floor me. It can absolutely, like it is. I've even got like certain crystals and things. I've even got certain things that are like this particular one. I don't even know what it's called. I really don't. But a lady I had a session with, Gemma Garber, about. And I was saying, I'm just feel like it's very draining. I'm on it, but you're delivering, you're serving. And when you're serving on the screen as well, there's a different, you have to almost show up with more energy. Because some of the screen kind of zaps that away, and you have to be even more you to communicate through this sort of network of lines or whatever magic of the internet is.
I know.
And so it's tiring. So sometimes I over plan myself. I expect too much of myself, and I've really had to be mindful of that. And I very easily can step back into that space again. And I have to be very strong with my boundaries around that.
No, I love that. And I think energy is a really good one that people don't think about, but particularly as coaches, it is completely draining. And I found towards the end of the year, I've actually stopped doing one-to-ones for a while because it was just completely draining. And I give all of me, and all of me is a lot anyway. And so I just found at the end of the week, I had not much left for me and not much left for my daughter. So I'd be a cranky mum, and I just had to kind of reevaluate, actually, maybe there's a different way to do this. Use this same energy, but actually help many people rather than just one at a time. So
I'm on the same journey as you, because I shifted to one-to-ones. I started doing one-to-ones last year, and I've learned, and this is what's so hard, because I get so much out of them. So I can hear actually me having a conversation in my head going, you're not going down a mine. An old mentor say this to me, which she says, isn't going down a mine. It's you can deal with this, and it isn't. We are so, and especially now with everything going on in the world, we're so
exactly
to be able to be in the safety of our own homes and still run our businesses. I'm not nothing's going to shut, and I'm still able to make money in times when other people are really struggling, and I'm so grateful by the great I didn't set out with I need to have a business so that when the pandemic comes, I'm going to be.
No, of course not.
I could have gone in a different direction. This is where I found myself, and I'm very lucky and very aware of that fortune. So it feels like I feel a little bit like, who do I think I am to go? Oh,
no, but
I'm exhausting. I'm just talking to people all day. What? So I kind of have that argument with myself. I'm get real, Lisa. This is why are you so tired? Just, get
I've had those same arguments with myself. You can do that. It's easy. You're just talking. It's no, it completely it drains everything out of me.
It's just learning to respect and listen and not argue with myself. But I'm still working on that one.
I think we all are, but that's okay. And did you have a coach at the start of your coaching journey? Did you have a coach, or did you get a coach a bit later on when you felt like you needed help?
I had a coach when I was still, because I was a copywriter. So when I was at that stage, I started working with, not just as a coach, the first person that I worked with was like kinesiologist, energy worker, but it was like coaching sessions. So we didn't wear the coach label. Michelle, if anyone wants to check her out.
I love Michelle. Yeah, she's great.
And like our friendship goes back a long way, and I've worked with her for a lot. I've worked with her since 2017.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, so she's been a huge part of that growth for me, because I've been, and we still work together now, and to be able to have that check-in with somebody who has been part of my journey from the beginning. And sometimes when I'm freaking out about something, she's like, do you want to go and talk to 2017 Lisa and tell her what you're freaking out about? Because she would just like, she'd just be amazed at where you are right now. So just like go and have a word with 2017. So it's really nice to work with somebody that I've worked with so consistently, because they really,
she knows your journey. Yeah, she knows your journey.
I've had other coaches throughout the time who have, you know, for different purposes. So I had a coach last year that was specifically about getting my one-to-one packages together, and then I decided to do them. But I still really value that. I learned a lot from her, and you know, just having that support through the process. So I've had different coaches for different things. Having one person as a constant has been a really valuable asset.
I think that's right. I think you find coaches that you know fix that problem that you're having at that time, and I've had different coaches for different things. And I just want to know. I like to ask these questions when people are coming on, because a lot of my audience are people who might be in my group or might be in my world and who've never actually accessed coaching before. And I'm always interested to know if people have themselves had coaches. My guest last week had never had a coach. She just got on with it and has made success her own way. For me, I have had a coach because I quite like accountability and you know, having to show up and do some work. Like, say it again.
Share the load.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, absolutely. It's isolating when you run your own. And my husband is now officially a partner in the business. Bless him. He's got a different perspective. Like, so he 100% is my partner, because he really helps me in lots of different ways, and he's with the children and things like that. But it's still me that's showing up, and he says that to me, because I'll say, you know, can you give me some advice? And he's like, this is you have to make these decisions. And it is very much like, because I'm the one showing up, it has to be aligned to me. So as much as he can be that like rock, it's really nice to have that rock, but he's still it's still me showing up. And so to me, a coach, or whether the label's coach or whatever label that person has, but having that, knowing that you're not on your own is the asset to me. That's the thing that is the big appeal.
I love that. Are you up for a quick fire round of questions?
Yeah, well up for it. Slightly scared.
Don't be scared. They are I've got 10 questions, and you can just answer them quickly, or you can just say yes or no.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm gonna struggle with this answering quickly thing, but I'm gonna try.
I know, because I know you. This is gonna be like, we'll be here for another hour. No, but they're really easy questions.
Okay.
Right, here you go. First one. Texting or talking?
Audio message. Does that count?
No!
The choice between a phone call and texting is quicker.
Okay. What's your favourite day of the week?
Saturday. It's my day off.
Why?
Because I don't do anything.
Oh, good. Okay.
So,
what was a nickname your parents used to call you?
Oh God, Mona Lisa.
Did you used to moan a lot?
Yeah, I totally own that name. Still do.
Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Oh, that's so hard. Every language.
Yeah, I think I'd go with that as well.
Because I don't talk enough now, so if I could talk to every language.
Okay, right, fill in the blank, right? Donald Trump is
a wanker. Should I have put some sort of filter in place there? Sorry.
I love it. I was not expecting you to say that.
Intelligent, but no.
At what age do you want to retire?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to own that and say I don't know.
Would you rather invisibility or super strength?
Super strength.
Okay. What's your favourite junk food?
Pizza.
What's your favourite topping on your pizza?
And pesto on it.
Ew! Pesto on a pizza? No, Lisa, no!
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can work with that. Maybe. Okay. Do you snore?
No.
Yeah, you didn't sound sure about that one. Let's get your husband on. Right. Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Not in Corona time.
Not anymore. Never again. I'll never look at anything the same way again. So no.
Oh, look, Michaela's come on to expose you. Should you snore when you're drunk?
Depends what sort of party as well, because double dipping could mean all sorts of things. I'm not going there.
I know.
That was a dangerous question to ask.
I know, it absolutely was. Oh my goodness. Right. Final question is, if there's a spider in your house, do you kill it or do you set it free?
Oh, set it free. If I can get to it first. If I can get to it first, because the husband, it's hilarious. He acts like, he's a big guy, but you'd think this tiny spider was like a monster, and it's got to be eliminated. So if I get to it first, it lives.
Fine, I'm with you on this. I'm absolutely terrified of. I'm very weird. I'm terrified of spiders, but I absolutely don't want to kill them. So this is what happens: the spider's on my wall, and I will stand there for like half an hour having an anxiety attack with a glass, like you can't be in here, and like I'm really dramatic, and then I'll eventually put the glass on, put some paper on, and I'll get it out of the house. But like it causes more so much pain. Yes, so it can't come back.
Yeah, I'm with you. September is the worst time of year when they seem to be just.
God.
And when you can't get a glass big enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, if sometimes I might have to hoover them up, but then like I feel really awful, but then the hoover bag has to go out straight away, and then I always imagine they could just crawl out. It's fine. I know they can't, but that's what I tell myself. But like when I kill one, I feel awful. Like I feel like a really bad human. But they really
you are forgiven for any that you have killed.
Thank you. Murderer.
So true. You are forgiven. I forgive you. There we go. You can let that go now. You are forgiven.
Thank you very much. Right.
You were waiting for my forgiveness.
Right, we're nearly done, Lisa. Do you want to tell us what you've got coming up and how people can find you online?
Oh, how nice of you to offer me that. So I have a 5-day free challenge. I know I've got this conversation with Kimber about, is the challenge concept dead? And it's because I know people have a challenge fatigue. There's a lot of this going on. My challenge is called Get Leads with Mission-Led Content. This is the 5th one, I think. I'm guessing now, 4th or 5th, one or the other. And I'm going for about we want 1,000 people in there. It's going to be epic. But the thing that's different to mine to other people's, or this, not other people's, but the model, is that number one, all the content is preloaded. So if you have, it's about at being able to fit it into your time. So the content's
Yeah.
preloaded. You could go through all of it on a Monday if you wanted, if that's when you've got the time. And it's open for 3 weeks. So that is my way of meeting people where they are, so that it doesn't become another job on the to-do list that doesn't get done. It's giving you as much opportunity to do it. We have there's 5 content templates. There's stuff on getting your mission right. We have professionals, myself and my copy team in there giving people feedback. And yeah, it's just, and I run them twice a year. So if you happen to be watching this after the 8th of March, when this one's on, then you can just check out my website and all my social media channels. And I always have like the next challenge that I'm doing available.
Brilliant. And is it lisabarryonline.com or
lisabarryonline.com? Yeah, that's where you'll find me.
And I will just vouch and say that the challenge is probably one of the best challenges I've ever done. And I had lots of light bulb moments when I did it. And it really moved my business on. It really was. Look, Michaela recommends as well. It's a really good challenge, guys. So if you are watching this, go and stalk Lisa Barry. Go and find her challenge, or go to Lisa Barry online and check it out, because it's a brilliant challenge. It's so well thought out.
So your kind words.
Look, even more supporters here. Paula says best challenge ever. It's really good. It's really powerful. And so I hope people. I'm going to do it again because you've upgraded it, haven't you? So I'm going to come and do it again.
Yeah, I've got hot seats now as well, so I can talk to people face to face like this and see. Because my big thing is taking next steps. So if I can get people to take next steps on the challenge, whatever that is for them, to be to step into their courageous visibility. I'm loving all this. Thank you, lovely.
I know. Look at all these amazing people.
That's so nice.
It genuinely is an excellent challenge, and like I said, it really propelled my business, and it really allowed me to see more clearly what I wanted to do, what path I was on, and how I could connect to people. So I highly recommend it. Highly recommend you go and do Lisa Barry's challenge.
And thank you for having me in the town hall.
Hey, say that again.
Thank you for having me in the town hall.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. I've loved having you, and I hope everyone's enjoyed our chit chat today. I hope you've enjoyed our chit chat today. And I'm sorry about the technical. What should we call it?
I think it added to it. I think it just added to the town hall drama. Yeah.
But no, I've really enjoyed this chat. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on and tell us about mission-led content. It's really important, and I hope more business owners come and learn about how powerful this stuff is for your business, because it's really important. And thank you for being awesome and inspiring me and having a fantastic community that I can show up in and be motivated by, because it's really helping me to grow my business. So thank you, Lisa Barry.
It's a pleasure. It is an thank you, Rebecca.
It was a good chat. Right, we're going to end it there, guys, for this week. I will be back next week Wednesday at 6 o'clock, hopefully with less technical issues. But who knows?
I won't be. I have a bit of a reputation with tech, so.
But yeah, thank you all so much. Take care. Thank you all so much for watching and leaving comments. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you next week. Lots of love. Bye.